Hello, my name is Shuttley, welcome back for another episode of Ep23. As you say, in previous episode we did a quick little fighting over here in Africa, or the Ethiopia region, and we got, well, a part of Eritrea, and also a little bit into Gondar already, but we now have another war over there that is going to include two more partial states at least for us, and we also started to support Bolivia in the war against Brazil. So we can grab a little bit more land over here in Amazon. So it should be alright. It's probably going to be a bit costly war, but I think we can afford it. We've got a decent economy. We've still got plenty of gold reserves. And if need be, we can stop constructing with the public sector and have the private sector take over control of all of that for a little while, which would save us a whole lot of money. Oh, and there we go. The war has started. Now, we do have the numbers advantage in here. The Brazilians are defending. We've got a bit better attacks than their defense. On average, anyway. I can't say the same about our colonial troops, but that's alright. We do have more troops in here than they do. That also helps a long way. We've got a bit of fleet in here. The enemy is actually sending their fleet out right now, which could cause some issues. You know what? You stay there. And what you're going to do is you'll do interception. Oh, never mind. I don't know where that enemy is going. Oh, and what was the... Oh, that was investment right and defensive pact with New Granada. Okay, well, I think we've still got alliance with them, right? At least we usually have. We don't anymore. We've got truce with them. And they're still part of the faction. But yeah, I guess they don't really like me being this aggressive. Which is too bad for them. So that's... Okay, it's doing intercepting right there. Okay. Well, I have a feeling that our fleet should be able to deal with that enemy fleet. And then... As the, well, I suppose the war over here will start soon enough. We've got much better quality troops, and we've got still more troops underway. They are in the Lacative Sea right now, so it's still going to take a little while to get there, but it should be fine though. Don't actually need the fleet over here currently. I'm going to park that in the Ethiopia HQ, and we're going to actually upgrade the light ships in the meanwhile. Right, so that war has started. We are out... Well, we're slightly outnumbered, actually, but... Ooh, oil discovery in Amazonas. Well, well, well. That is going to be great for us. And the battles against the Brazilians, we're already doing very good in there. I think that's the first battle, though, but it's definitely not going to be the last one, I reckon. Yeah, it is the first battle thus far. So we gain a good 26%. Bolivia, unfortunately, has been occupied, which is not great, and I think we may need to... You know what, actually, let's give orders for the big army to go towards... Let's go towards La Paz. And then the smaller army should probably start heading towards Amazonas. That's the objective. They'll still probably take over the Mato Grosso with the bigger army. Well, there's another battle already in here, excellent. If we can clear out the war goals, we can still win this, or we can win this without Bolivia losing any ground, which probably would be the better option right now. Oh, there we go, pushing Polish mass immigration to California, okay. Yeah, we've got a bit of a small battle over here in Amazonas. There's only a total of 15 battalions in there. We have a bit of broken supply lines, but we've still got a very good general, though. And we've got a naval combat in here, which we are defending, and we are absolutely demolishing the enemy fleet. There we go. So they lost nearly 12,000 men, and we lost a bit more than 1,000. So that is absolutely annihilating the enemy fleet there. Right, how's the war in Africa going in the meanwhile? We have already started pushing into both of these, actually. But we've got two armies now, so it should be easy. But yeah, Bolivia is not looking too great in this war, but again, if we can quickly enough conquer this war goal, and then also go and liberate Potosi itself, that would be useful. Got another battle down here in Amazonas. That's good. So after Amazonas, the smaller army should probably start push towards Rio de Janeiro. Oh, yeah, there's another battle. I thought we'd have more combats right now, but I suppose it might be just waiting. The casualties are... Oh, yeah, well, we've taken some casualties ourselves. But the enemy's taken over 30,000 already. More than 5,000 what we have. Oh, there we go, vacuum canning. So now what we can do is we can actually start utilizing some of the oil that we actually produce. So let's go for the food industry. Go for the vacuum packaging. So we use a little bit less grain. We start using both fish and meat. We produce a lot more groceries. We use a bit more oil as well. But that's honestly fine. We might have a bit of shortage of fish briefly, but that's alright. Also, the military shipyards, do we still have, I don't know if we have need for the older stuff. We actually only got one on the steel hulls. But maybe we don't have that big of a fleet yet to really need more than that. But there we go. I think Amazonas, after this battle... No, it's not going to be quite enough to completely conquer it, but we're getting a lot closer now. There we go. So there's just one more battle remaining, and then all of that state should be ours at least. Oh, army observations having low. Oh, we lost one of the generals. Okay, let's get armed forces actually. Experienced offensive planner, Philip Sheridan. Sure. What's the worst that could happen? It looks like the war in Ethiopia is going quite nicely in our favour. There we go. Hurrah has been annexed. And Bolivia fell. Well, now we've got the war goal more or less against the Brazilians. So we will eventually enforce that. So both sides get a little bit. Ooh, Guatemala damaging relations. Well, that's not great. I don't suppose we can create another colony yet. No. Yeah, I suppose we're not at peace to begin with, so we can't do colonies. And I think we may need to still get the Gujarat out of the war, which is probably going to happen soon enough. I don't think they'll be wanting to fight this war for too long. Especially since we'll have them capitulated soon enough. So there's that one more battle, and yeah, there we go. That's now ours. So now we just need to wait for the war to be over. And we can form Ethiopia as a colony. In the meanwhile, we got our war, of course, in here. So we've taken the war goal. We haven't gone quite off to the side there yet. Oh, we were actually defending there. Okay. I've got another battle. And another battle. So 3 battles ongoing at the same time. Oh, 4 of them, actually. I think 2 of them we are defending in. Yeah, we're defending in 2 of them. We're winning both of those. And then the attacks were also winning. So I think we're doing pretty good in here, I would say. Sure, the Brazilians are trying to send in a lot of troops, but it might not be that quick yet. Bureaucratic imbroglio. Oh dear. I guess we'll take another hit there. We might need to take a setback soon enough to reduce these bad modifiers that we have for the universal suffrage. I was hoping to get that passed soon enough, but it might take a while. But there we go. We've almost got on all Mato Grosso. Just need one more battle in there. I suppose we can also... Yeah, we're pushing into the war goal now. Well, one of the former war goals in this war. But there we go. Mato Grosso is now ours entirely. Still one front line. Where's the armies going? Are they still in here? They're still in here. Okay, we'll send the Pacific Army back into the fray, which is probably we're taking the completely wrong way to go in here. Or we're still sailing around Africa. Ooh, we're running actually a bit low on things to build, and we've got some of the barracks underway. We've already built a lot of the grain, or the wheat farms. I do actually wonder, so we've got a little bit extra demand still. We're still number 4 producer. How close are we getting to the number 3? Oh, we're so close. Okay, we are still building a few more wheat farms, so I'm going to get some more. There's some of these states that we can just have so much agriculture. Might as well utilize that. Especially in the Great Plains and Pacific Coast areas. Actually, how are we on the population now? We've got nearly 11 million, so we'll need over 5 million to move into those states. So it's still going to be taking a little while. We'll also go and get a few more government administration buildings. Start spreading some of that. We'll go ahead and get at least 10 of those to be built immediately. That should be getting us back to positive. Oh, right, no, that's just a national awakening. For a moment, I thought that said oil. I was channeling my inner American. So they do have, technically speaking, 115 battalions in here. In practice, though, they have about 50 battalions worth of troops. And we've got, well, we've got a lot as well. So there's a lot of nations supporting separatism. Alright then. So we've got the 20 battalions in here, but I suppose that's now in the headquarters in there. That actually works just fine. We do probably need to get rid of some of the infamy. Oh, what's this? Norway is... Oh, the ones that are support. You know what? Sure. Sweden was a rival, or had rivaled us previously. The Devil's Railroad. Railway Gondar. We'll tighten the safety standards, because we got the regulatory bodies. So construction efficiency goes down a little bit, but mortality is not increased too much either. So it's not necessarily best of both worlds, but the lesser evil of both worlds, I suppose. Or both choices, in this case. Right, I guess we're going to switch your target. Actually, I'm just going to take away your target. And you can do whatever. So it's still going to take a while for the reinforcements to arrive. I guess at this point we're going to go ahead and move in the fleet over here to do a bit of blockading. Oh, there we go. GDP already 190 million. It's skyrocketing at this point. And we do have quite a bit of construction speed, mind you, so that probably has something to do with it. Oh, there's another massive battle in here. We had 81 battalions versus 87 of theirs. Of course, we still had like nearly 30,000 men advantage in there at the start of the battle. There we go. Mutual funds unlocked, so more minting, which is nice. Loan interest rate goes down, which we don't have any loans right now. Max trade advantage from capacity is also somewhat handy. And then financial districts can become publicly traded. And commercialize agriculture and land reform. Okay. So what are we actually researching now? We are getting the electrical generation, which is actually spreading to us right now. Then in military, I guess the statistics are going to be done probably before we get to that. So we'll get the trench works underway already. And then in society, I guess there's... wait for a moment to see which one's starting to spread. We'll choose the other one. If either one of them is going to start to spread, to be fair. I was just going to go with the investment bank. That's going to give us another company. Oh, it is investment bank that is spreading. Well then, you could have started that earlier. I guess we'll just go and put in the philosophical pragmatism in there as well. And then we might go ahead and just focus down the production stuff a little bit further so we can get the tier 3 completed on all categories. And then start shuffling around again. Could probably get the shift work. Yeah, that would probably be a smart one. So we'll start with that one, then aniline, so we can start getting some artificial dye. Not that we initially need it directly, but the artificial silk is going to be much needed. Reinforced concrete, improved fertilizer, and threshing machines. So that's going to be all the production text then. Speaking of which, we probably do still want to get some more universities as well. Let's get... so we've got 5 in California. We'll get another 5 in there. We'll maybe get 5 in Texas. Not that we have a whole lot of industries in there, to be fair, that would need universities. And Washington's going to get 5, and maybe we'll get 5 in Oregon. Or 5 extra in Oregon, so that's going to be another 20. I guess technically speaking, that's going to be another 30 innovation. So that should be getting us close to the max. Might not be quite to the max yet. So also, go ahead and get some more paper mills, because I have a feeling that California, for example, is going to need a lot of paper. We'll also get maybe 1 in Oregon and Washington. Actually, we'll get probably 2 in Washington. Maybe we'll get 1 in Texas, and then probably just 1 in wherever is the most... Yeah, Indiana. Let's get that one. There we go. We're getting some of the gold mines now, and some of the oil rigs as well. We do still have a lot of places which could have more oil rigs, but we don't have all of those sorted out quite yet. There we go. Pushing into further inland over here, or further towards the west, as well as now... still all... Just 1 front line in here. I guess we'll put your target to be Potosi. Oh, and we've got a little bit extra bureaucracy, finally. We'll still probably need to get a lot more administration centers, to be fair. We've still got, I think, 10 in the production queue. It's going to take a little while. Condemn slavery. Our rival French Republic continues to practice slavery. We could easily condemn them on the world stage for this. Yeah, we must condemn it. Lose a little bit of influence, but that's not the end of the world. Infamy decay is slowed down slightly, which is, technically speaking, not ideal, but we'll just have to live with that, I guess. Oh, Sweden's improving relations. I mean, that's probably fine. They probably want to make sure that we don't actually support Norway. There we are. So that is going to be yet another victory, hopefully, in here. Moving towards Potosi. We've got some of the armies in here, which should be able to start pushing forward. I suppose we've got 1 army already pushing in here. Which army is this, actually? Army of Observation, so that's the one that's been in here. Where the conscript raised already. But yeah, we've got already 66 million population, which is a decent amount. Although after the war is over, we'll be losing some of that in Ethiopia. Not a huge amount, but some of it nonetheless. How's the difference between us and the next in GDP? 34 million. That's not too bad. Prestige-wise, we still got quite a bit of work to do to catch up with the British, but there's only, I guess, 1100 prestige. If we increase our fleet, we increase our army, and I think Brazil might be willing to take the peace deal already. Amazonas, no. Not yet. Soon, though. I think next week or something like that they will. Maybe it's going to take more than 1 week, but still, I think we'll... Oh, well, actually, yeah, they would accept that now. There we are. Let's go and start incorporating that. We'll go... Oh, actually, there's a little bit of construction or production methods in there. Not massive amounts, though. So let's reset the production methods there. So that should help. And then, I don't know where those... which army are those troopers going to be in? The Pacific Army. Oh. Right, so we've got a little bit extra in here. Let's have a look at the... We'll just get rid of the irregulars, I guess. At least 2 of them. Then upgrade the infantry that we have got on previously, and the artillery. Oh, the support separatism. No surprises there. There we go. Now we control a little bit larger territory already in here, and then we could probably, first of all, get a bit of railway in here, just to make sure. Of course, it's going to take a while. Currently, the devastation and everything is not making it easy to build, plus the Amazon rainforest is -30% as well. And since it's not incorporated, that's going to be a bit of a problem as well. We will have just 14 more months, and Para will be incorporated, so that's good. And let's go and create Ethiopia. Or colony in Ethiopia. We should get the pop-up in a moment. Yeah, there we go. So NATO administration. So immigration, colonial settlement, that would be useful. Or commerce and private enterprise. I think we're going to go with the colonial settlement. So there we go. So that is now American Abyssinia. And I reckon actually they might be able to do their own wars, right? East Africa we might be able to turn into a colony finally. Their limited size is pretty small, but yeah, that's fine. Oh, wait, no, American Abyssinia starts as a colony, okay. But yeah, we might want to do the same for the American East Africa. There we go, now we've got 2. So that should count as the American colonies. Oh, or maybe not. Oh no, they don't spend the entire region. Okay, Ecuador left the Workers' Union. That's a shame. How's the law? It doesn't look too great right now, I will admit. Alright, so South America, there's still a little bit area over here that could be colonized. Well, there we go, they're colonizing Amhara. Excellent. So they're going down here to Barana. Ooh, dear, gold depleted in Alaska. We've still got 26 months before that is a full-on state. I guess we'll just get the gold mines in there. That's alright. Getting a bit of the motor industries and then a whole lot of wheat farms again. So I believe we are now probably number 3 in the wheat production. I'd imagine, anyway. Let's see, grain, oh yeah, grain production. We are number 3 indeed. I'm also number 1 in fine art, porcelain, luxury furniture, steamers, oil, glass, gold, groceries, clothing, clippers, hardwood, and rubber, and sugar and tobacco and lead. Yeah, so we are getting quite a bit of prestige from being good or effective in producing most of the things. I do reckon we are now, I suppose our GDP did drop a little bit after the war ended. Ooh, oil discovered in Colorado. It's 5 oil rigs, it's not a huge amount, but I suppose it doesn't hurt. Is there anything else that we are right now missing in the market? Fine art is one of those. We do need a little bit of glass and some more fertilizer. So let's go and get the fertilizer plant in Minnesota a bit of upgrade. We'll get 2 more levels for that. Might need to also get a little bit of sulfur mines in there, actually, to just make sure that that is cheap as possible. And then, do we have the... there's a lot of universities. Yeah, we got some government administrations being built soon. That's alright. We don't need to worry about that one too much. So we'll have the bureaucracy needed. There's some institutions that we might want to increase, like the workplace safety. Oh, all discovered in Arkansas. Okay, how much is that? That's 9 oil rigs. Okay. We do have a need for oil now, right? Because with the vacuum canning, yeah, we do have a little bit of use. We've still got plenty of extra, mind you. We're still very reliant on exporting. But I suppose that does at least make the current oil rigs very profitable. Or somewhat profitable, I'd say. You actually wonder, since we are the number 1 producer of groceries, how much of a gap is there between us and the next one? It's about 13,000 units per week, so it's not too bad. Ooh, gold discovered in Arizona. My. So we got 2 more gold fields in there. So it's not a massive amount. Is there the... oh yeah, there's still the gold mines and some gold fields as well in California. Well, I want to get a bit of logging camps actually in there. And also, well actually no, we've got plenty of infrastructure still. There's a bit of peasant still. There's a lot of jobs, well actually not that much jobs opened in here. I'm probably going to get another steel mill in here and another food industry, actually. Got some trade centers being built. That's alright. But now that we did a bit of conquest, we might want to just sit back and enjoy... Oh, actually, we need to increase our construction speed, I think. Also, do we still have some... Yeah, no, all of these are steel frame buildings. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and get a bit more construction speed. Where would the upkeep be the least? I guess Ohio is not too bad. So Ohio will get 5 more in there. Because we've got good money, we could potentially just reduce the taxes, mind you. It might make a bit of deficit briefly. But that might make... Oh, lost all. Well, that's going to be a setback. It does at least reset it back to 40% then. So it's not entirely terrible situation for us. Having that one setback. Oh, Abraham Lincoln has died. Right, former ruler has died. Oh, an American... Abyssinia is colon... right, yeah, that's the failure, so that resets the modifiers there. But now they're pushing into Oromia as well, so... American Abyssinia is colonizing quite nicely. I don't know who's going to go into Kenya. It could be Abyssinia eventually. For all we know. We're not the greatest power yet. Oh, military statistics unlocked. Ah, there we go. So daily organization gain goes up, and we got the better training laws now. So let's go ahead and switch that on with the barracks. And I suppose we do need to get more of the fine arts academies. Or arts academies, rather. New York seems to be... Yeah, we'll just get another 5 in there. Actually, we'll get 10 in there. We don't need to prioritize those, but that's going to be a lot of fine art that we can improve. We can basically corner the market rather thoroughly. And since there's a lot of demand for it in our market anyway, then I think that's still going to be somewhat profitable. Let's actually have a quick look at the... who could we improve relations with right now? Ecuador... Mexico, in theory, I don't know if that's going to be a good idea. Paraguay will improve relations with. And I'm pretty sure that there's no one that we can actually invite quite yet into the faction. I think that our influence is somewhat diminished on most of the nations. Or the leverage is somewhat diminished, but mostly probably because of infamy and things like that. No doubt those are playing a part. Now Mexico, well, they got a rivalry with New Granada. Okay. Got a treaty with Sweden. They are rather hostile towards us, but that's to be expected. We'll conquer half their country, so yeah, that's bound to happen. We are now getting a whole lot of the universities. That's going to increase our innovation drastically, and we should be able to get the techs a decent bit faster. It's not really going to be like everything immediately, but you know, it's a good speed increase nonetheless. Should be about 20 to 25% boost. And there's so many motor industries being built as well. I mean, I suppose there's a lot of motors needed in some of the irrigation pumps as well. I thought, actually, how is our situation? We still have quite a demand for them, yeah. Also need a whole lot more steel and glass. We're still importing so much of the glass. Also, okay, this Satagosa is getting a railway already. I'm just going to go ahead and get some more glassworks, quite frankly. If I remember, Missouri was a pretty good location for that, so we'll get another 5 in there. And then steel. Let's see. Illinois could be a decent one. We'll get 2 in there. Actually, that's still a pretty decent one. Get another... So we'll get 7 in there total. And I do actually wonder how we now increase the... Yeah, there we go. Laborers make the larger portion of the population. By quite a wide margin, actually. 38% of the next one's only 28%. So there's they've got 10% lead of the population being laborers rather than peasants. And then machinists make the 3rd biggest one there. But yeah, let's... Yeah, there's still quite a while for the universities there. Well, not really that long of a while, but yeah, it's still going to take a few weeks for all of them to be completed, because we did queue up quite a few. We'll get some of the paper mills, we'll get some of the gold mines, a railway in Amazonia, and... Actually, how's the... There's still a bit of turmoil down here in Para, but it will be, in 9 months, it will be incorporated, so that's good. Actually, is there any more states that we could incorporate right now? Well, we're incorporating still a little bit. We're getting 12 more states. Wait, no. 7 more states added in right now. That's not going to be enough for the 100 states, I don't think, but I don't know how many we actually have currently. Oh dear, gold depleted in Colorado. Well, that does mean that we can get the gold mines then. Oh yeah, we can build 7. Alright, let's go. Right, with the infamy being as high as it is, I don't know if colonies can actually do all their own wars or not. We could, of course, always just do the wars for them. Just conquer Quara, for example, to get all of Gondor for Abyssinia, for example. Or go for Izak to get a bit more Somalia, for example, and or start pushing further into the corner over here. Like, I don't think we own much of Amhara at all yet. And that is basically most of this here. I guess we'll find out eventually. But right now the infamy is a little bit too high for any more wars. We'll wait until at least until we reach like 40 or 35, somewhere around there. So it's going to take a few years of peace. Oh, Brazil's having a revolution or secession in Guarani. Ooh, we got a new mandate. Well, 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 what do we want to do with that? Could upgrade the ideological truth. Part of it, the impact on ideological incoherence. Alternatively, whilst the market has more convoys, could upgrade the construction. Oh yeah, that would reduce the infrastructure usage on the construction sector buildings, so that wouldn't be too bad. Or we could add in one more principle. We might want to go for the advanced research. So, bureaucracy cost for education is reduced. And tech spread would be increased as well, so that's not a bad one. I think we'll go with the advanced research, quite frankly. Get that slight boost in there, and that does then mean that we'll be getting even more tech spread, which is always nice. So right now we're actually not getting any military tech spreading to us. Interesting. I suppose, yeah, we just completed the military statistics already. We'll get the trench works after that, so we'll get the better infantry. And electrical generation is nearly done. How's the society? I suppose if the tech spread is increased in here, the investment bank might be done before we even get to that point. Most likely it will be done before we get to that. Oh, there we go. 54% chance of passing the law. Well, well, well. I suppose some of the groups aren't quite as angry anymore. I mean, a lot of them are actually still rather angry that are opposing it, but it's slightly less. I suppose, oh yeah, Petit Bourgeois is no longer the neutral now, so we don't have the penalty from that. It is definitely, or rather, we can definitely feel that impact in there. Oh, the farmers are now the second biggest interest group right now. Alright then, not exactly what I had in mind. Do we still have, are we still supporting the movement? No. Wait, what's the time modifier that we currently have? Oh, attraction European migrants, right. So the labor movement, we're no longer supporting them. They are still 28% of the population, mind you. Ooh, gold depleted in Arizona. Alright then, we can probably build a few more mines there. Oh yeah, another 2. And that should be plenty of paper mills being built. Oh, looks like France got quite a good chunk of Western Africa already, which makes sense. Oh, there we go, electricity. Finally, so we can start building power plants. We can start getting the electric fences, electric street lights, electric sawmills. So that's going to be quite nice. I think what we'll actually start doing is to start building power plants in a whole lot of places. We'll start by building, I don't know, 5 in New York. We might be building a little bit too much in here, quite frankly, but I want to have plenty of power that we can then use for the electric street lights, for example, and also in the logging. That is a lot of them being built right now. It's just, you know, 4 pages worth. And with that, we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, or check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.